Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to Power Automate Desktop Training Tutorial. My name is Vishal Bamblani, and in our session today, we will continue to learn the variable actions provided by Power Automate Desktop. The variable actions that will be covered in today's session are convert JSON to custom object, and second, convert custom object to JSON. Let's start with our first action, which is convert JSON to custom object. But first, let me explain you what is JSON and a custom object. So JSON is an acronym for JavaScript Object Notation. In JSON, data is represented in key value pairs enclosed in curly braces, whereas a custom object is similar to JSON and it contains a pair of properties and values. Now let's start with our action. So this particular action basically converts a JSON string to a custom object. It has a property called JSON, which requires a JSON text. Let's see how we can make use of this action in Power Automate Desktop. Under Action pane, search for set variable, drag and drop this action. So here we'll create a variable having JSON data. Let's give it a name, JSON data. And here, under curly braces, we'll create an array of employees. For array, square brackets are needed. And here, let's take the first object, separated by comma, for second object. Now let's put on some values for the first object with its first key as name. Let's take Vishal Bamblani. And our second key is topic. Let's keep it learning JSON. And now let's put on some values for our second object. Key remains same, name. Let's make it Disha. And topic. Learning custom object. So this becomes our array of JSON objects. Let me save it and first run this flow. Now under flow variables, as you can see, a JSON data variable is created. Now let's convert the JSON object to a custom object using convert JSON to custom object. So let me select your variable JSON data and it will be stored in the variable JSON as custom object. Let's save it and run this flow again. Let me open the variable, the new variable that is created. Now, as you can see, we created an array of employees. So employees becomes the name and under the value. So there were two objects. So this becomes our first custom object. And if I further open it, so it has name and its values. Let me close it. Now, if we want to access the values inside these JSON objects, we can do so by using for each action. Drag and drop this action here. Under value to iterate, you can select JSON as custom object. Select. Now, since we have an array of employees here, we can access it by using employees, and each object will be stored in current item. Now we can use display message to display the name of our first object. Under message to display, select the current item, and under current item, since we want to display the name, let's say, we can do it by using the name property. Let's click on save and run this flow. See, our first name was Vishal Mamlani, whereas second name was Disha. I hope you were able to understand how we can access the values. Now let's create a new custom object and convert it to JSON. We'll make use of the action convert custom object to JSON. So it basically helps to convert a custom object to JSON. It has a property called custom object, wherein we have to specify the variable containing this object. Let's make use of this action in Power Automate Desktop. Let me disable these actions. Let's create a new variable using set variable, drag and drop this action. Let's give it a new name, custom object. And to create a custom object, we have a notation like two percentage signatures and with curly braces. Now, if you recall, I mentioned that a custom object contains a pair of properties and values. So let's give it the first key name. Let's say name and its value, Vishal Bumlani, separated by comma, and give another value as topic, colon, and its value, running JSON conversion. Let me save it and run the flow first. Let me open the variable for you. Now, as you can see, a custom object has been created. Now you can see how this data is represented here. We have two columns, name and value. We had two keys, name and topic with the respective values. Let's close it and convert it to JSON using convert custom object to JSON. Drag and drop this section. And we have custom object already created. And it will be stored under the variable custom object as JSON. Let me save it and run the flow again. Now, as you can see, under flow variables, it has been converted to JSON. And you can see the way our data is represented here. So we have name as key with its value, topic as key and its value. And if I open the custom object, so the representation is different here. I hope you are able to understand the difference between a custom object and a JSON. So this marks the end of our module. Thank you so much for watching this video. I would request you all to subscribe my channel for more videos. Also, I have listed down some suggested videos as well as the ones next in line for your ease. Cheers.